All right, we're back. It's part two. I know everybody's going to join in just a minute, and my apologies for that weird interruption in today's close-up stream. Turns out it wasn't the vet at all, and I won't be taking another call during the stream unless it actually comes from the vet's number. I don't get many calls from local numbers, so I thought that's what it had to be, but it wasn't. Anyway, where was I? I'd already told you all that Loganberry is at the vet today. And I was just in the middle of telling you guys that Gabby had a good poop, probably because we've switched her to eating only the Fancy Feast classic pate food for now. And she's eating plenty of it. That was my only concern. That's the reason we had her on the other food was that she had that sick day. And since the sick day, I switched her to the dry food and then I just left her on it. But it seems like she's doing fine back off it again and having the good poops again. So we're all happy. That's great news. And then finally, I was just talking about the fact that yes, somebody in the regular part of the house, which is either the faculty or Bell's three kittens that are still here, Clax, Beep, and Foggy, somebody threw up a worm last night. And I'm never up on all my worm types. I've stopped trying to guess because the last two times that I've written or sent a picture to our vet and said, is this, that kind of worm, whatever kind I thought it was, she's been like, no, it's not that kind. It's this other kind. And she doesn't say that I'm a dummy, but I know I am. So I've stopped trying to guess what kind of worm it is. And instead, I just brought it to her this time, and she is going to check it out and she'll figure out what we're supposed to do about it. So that's the plan. It's not a big deal. You guys know kittens have worms, especially. And it's something that we always sort of treat for it prophylactically, and they probably just need um, another dose of Drontal or Strongid or something like that. Who knows? Ponazeril. What are the other ones that we've used? There's a million different dewormers, and each one is good for a particular kind of worm, which is why it's important for the vet to know which is which, even if I don't. So, Andrew, what is that face? What is it? What are you doing? That's a very funny face you're making. Boop. You guys hear Gabby just talking to me in the background here. So the other good news about these guys, we put the big basket in here yesterday, and they've all been in it on their own already. They're very advanced for 5.5 week old now kittens. Um, Banter is just being a goof this morning, which is fine because the other ones are all playing over by the litter box. There we go. Let's see. What was I just interrupted myself because Banter is being so cute and it reset me. My brain rebooted now. I think hers did too. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Too much cuteness is what I'm talking about. I was saying these guys have been, they're 5.5 weeks old. They've all been at least sampling the regular food, although they all still nurse too, but they're doing a pretty good job of getting weaned. And this morning, at least, there was a lot of pee and kitten poop in the kitten litter boxes, and even one kitten poop in the big kid litter box. They used their mom's litter box too. So that's all good news. And I'm not seeing any pee or poop around the room that would indicate that they're missing the litter box. However, I know Gabby is such an attentive mom that if they did pee or poop somewhere around the room, she would probably clean it up. So I'm not taking the fact that I don't see any to mean that there hasn't been any. But I do feel like the fact that so much of it was in the litter box means they basically got this figured out, and that's good. What that means? Oh wow, he just went right. She just went right over backwards. Oh, and in the water too. Oh my gosh, this is Blarney, by the way. So what was I? See, I just reset again. They're too cute. I was going to say that then because um, because all the poops seem good. If Gabby's poops stay good, if she has just good poops between now and tomorrow, then I think tomorrow would be a good time to finally move them downstairs. I think they're about ready for that. That room has just been empty since I cleaned it up. I just closed the doors and it's been sitting there. So all good, I think. Also, someone said to use the black light to look for pee, which is that's what I have it for, is to look for cat pee. But kitten pee is a little different. I don't think it's got all the same sort of proteins in it, and it doesn't smell like cat pee. It's usually pretty odorless, and I don't know if it shows up very well under black light either. So I wouldn't really count on that for the kittens, but it is. It's a great tool for finding where Loganberry has made messes. You've got litter in your fur now from rolling over on this dirty rug. I just vacuumed it yesterday, but they track so much around. I think one reason they track so much around is because of mom's bad poops, and she jumps out of the litter box when she's done and throws litter everywhere, and that might also stop soon, which would be nice. So a little Banter, you can tell Banter because Banter is the one with the colored socks in front. And you can also tell Banter because Banter's the one with the partially pink nose of the two gray tabbies. Whereas the other is Scuttlebutt, who has white socks in front, all white leggies in front, and has an all black nose. So that's how you tell the two apart very easily. Did I say Banter? Blarney, Blarney. I'm sorry. So this one is Scuttlebutt. The one I was just describing is Blarney, not Banter. And Banter is actually back here. It looks like DJ moved the air purifier over by the litter boxes, which might make sense. And unfortunately, it seems to have created a hiding spot that is completely off camera for the kittens. So I may have to move it back. We'll see. Anyway, yes, so this is Scuttlebutt. And the other two are back there where we can't necessarily show too much of them at the litter boxes. Gabby is just talking up a storm. Gabby, what are we talking about? I came in here last night and I took a nap with these kids, and then after I woke up from my short nap, I hung out with them and they were all snuggly. And Gabby, I brought Gabby up in my lap and I just snuggled her, and she was great. Gabby's just a really good snuggler for a mom cat. Probably the best mom cat snuggler that we've had since, well, maybe the best since Teacup, but she's not a teacup. No, nobody's a teacup except Teacup. Still, she's pretty awesome. Oh, they are knocking stuff down over there. Hey, oh, let's put you in here for a second. Now Gabby is sharpening her claws on the wicker basket that contains all of the electronics for the room. Nice work, Gabby. All right, I'm going to go over and see your mom. You don't have to stay in this chair just because I put you in the chair. You can go wherever you want. You know how to get in and out of this thing. I've seen you do it all by yourself. Oh, now Gabby's chasing kittens around the room. Sorry, I missed showing that. Gabby seems to be in a play mode, as she so often is. She's a very playful mom cat. Oh, good. So now everybody's over here. That's better. So the brown tabby is Banter. I can do this. This is Banter, the brown tabby. And then the gray one with the colored legs is Blarney. Also the classic tabby swirl as opposed to the mackerel tabby stripes. You see how these are stripes? Like a zebra stripes? That's a mackerel tabby pattern, the stripy kind. And this is a swirl pattern, like a big old, like a ring. You can kind of see it's a little subtle, but it's definitely not stripes, right? Like you can see that there's sort of a circle there. And maybe you can see better on the other side. Let's look at your other side real quick, Blarney. You see this sort of a circle? Can you make that out? That's what they call classic tabby pattern. It's the one that is the circle, like acro. Acro has the classic tabby circle, but Loganberry and Eddie have the mackerel tabby stripes. And this one is sort of in between. This is just more of a sort of a, I don't know what you'd call it, broken coat, because that's really white there. I guess this would be a classic tabby though, because you can see it better on this side. A little bit of that. So I don't know though. Anyway, hi. Yes, Gabby. I saw you run over to play with your kids. You are definitely in a play mode right now. What are you saying? She's calling all of her kids to come play on the beanbag chair now. These two are having a fight. Gabby just keeps talking and talking and talking. She really got the right name, didn't she? She just never stops making her little noises. This is the new beanbag chair, by the way, and I put it in the old cover. I've talked about this. Vicky sent us a new beanbag to replace the one that Gabby gave birth on that I had to throw out because it was kind of a mess. And the new beanbag that she sent was a 5 foot beanbag, where our usual ones and the covers that we have are 4 foot. Um, and I put a 4 foot cover on a 5 foot beanbag, and it's actually awesome. I really like it because it's just a little bit. It stands up just a little bit better, where the regular 4 foot one really just sort of it's not quite as it doesn't stand up quite as much, and this one stands up better. And I like it. It's really nice. So I got to say thanks again for that. It's fantastic. And the beanbag chair that I had already ordered before Vicky showed up also came in and is in our garage now. And I need to defloofify that one so we can have one in here. Also, I was talking to the Danbury Animal Welfare Society, and I told them that we would probably be ready for our next mom cat in about 2 weeks. They said they think they already know what mom cat is going to come, but they didn't tell me any more than that. So I don't know any details yet. I just know it is definitely something that we're working on, or I should say that they are working on. As you know, the Danbury Animal Welfare Society is responsible for bringing us all of our cats and kittens, and also responsible for processing all the adoptions. So they bring us the kittens, and they sort of take the kittens away afterwards. They don't actually, because the adopters come right here, but they are everything that happens before and after Kitten Academy. That's them, and they do a great job, and we really appreciate working with them. Wonderful people. Oh. So I was talking, I think, before about how these kittens seem like they're already starting to show their different personalities, and I think you guys probably recognize it too. That Blarney here is always right on top of me. When I come in the room, she's the first one to come over and see what I'm doing every morning when I come in to bring them food and empty the litter box. She wants to be right there with me. She tries to help me empty the litter box every day. And also, I've noticed that when I am in here sitting in the beanbag chair, if mom lays down and starts calling her kittens to come nurse, usually it will be Banter is right there with mom nursing, and then usually Scuttlebutt will go over to mom and start nursing, but typically Blarney here would rather just stay and sit in my lap. And some of that is probably because Blarney eats a lot of the solid food and therefore doesn't need to nurse on mom quite as much. You look like you're looking for a place to use the bathroom. Let me help you out. And then the rest of it, of course, is that she just is a sweetheart that loves me. So it's very cute. Then Banter, as you know, is the most independent, the one I just put in the litter box. So I can't really show her to you right now. Oh, she's coming right back out. And like I've said, that puts Scuttlebutt somewhere right in the middle, very the middle kid in the family, I guess. They're all awesome, and they all come and snuggle with me. Just pointing out the variations, I guess. Let's get some weights. Let's do that. All right. Hello. All right. We'll start with you today, Gabby, since I think the weighing machine is still set up for pounds. Let's set you on first and make sure that you are eating enough. 9.14, you are. You're doing great. Way to maintain. 9.14 is good. Okay. And you have made a mess out of the food, too. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Trying to climb up to whatever I was doing. You can't climb up there, though. I know you're trying. Blarney is also the biggest climber, of course. Blarney was the first one out of the box, the first one to climb the beanbag chair, the first one to climb up on my lap, also the first one to climb the tiny cat tree, and I think the first one to climb the box here. So definitely going to be a big climber, I think, when she gets bigger. Okay, let's start by weighing you then. Let me help you up there. Right on up. There you go. Don't step off yet. 22.4 ounces. We use ounces because we can't use a sensible measurement. Here we go. Scuttlebutt, you're right here, so you get to go next. 21.6. Still trying to get up here. Hi. Look at you. Hi. Hi. Oh, okay. All right, there you go, Scuttlebuddy. And oh, hey, look at that! How convenient. I'm glad you're here. You still kind of look like you're slinking around looking for a place to pee. You should do it up there. That would be easy to clean. Stand in the middle for a minute so that I can make sure your weight's good. 23.8, I guess. We'll go with that. Banter, what are you doing? You're too silly. You are such a beautiful kitty. Look how pretty you are. I know. Okay. All right. Let's put you right back down. There we go. You, what are you doing? You're going to try every direction to try to climb up there and see what's going on, aren't you? Little Blarney. Gab's like, what is wrong with this kid? Gabby, it's fine. Everybody's fine. What are you doing? You gonna climb up here? No, distracted. As you can see, the lamp cord is protected by this thick plastic covering so that I don't have to get concerned if the kittens decide that they want to play with it or try to bite it. Nobody has ever managed to bite through the plastic. Also, speaking of biting through the plastic, I've got Banter over here biting my knee. Mm-hmm. And Scuttlebutt just behind trying to play too. Oh, you're just going to come at it from a different angle now, huh? Okay. Maybe it's easier to chew on from this side. You've got your claw stuck in there. There you go. Is that better? Now Scuttlebutt's going to try. Oh, they're biting the knob. Whoa. Oh, you just fell off of there. You all right? That wasn't graceful. Why is this the thing to chew on? These kids are being ridiculous. I think they're basically done teething for now. They won't be getting new teeth again for another 5 or 6 months. So they're just they're just chewing on things, just trying them out. I mean, you're a kitten. You've never chewed on this stuff before, so you don't know if it's good to chew on or not. You got to find out. There's only one way to find out. You got to try it. Gabby, you are still talking. I know. Well, let's go check on the other kittens real quick. I want to show you. I want to show you Brooke. So Brooke has found a new favorite spot in her room. You know that she's been sitting on that marshmallow bed for the longest time. That was her favorite thing. But after Loganberry peed on the beanbag chair in the main room, I cleaned it and left it in Brooke's room while she was gone. I put it in there to, sort of dry out, which it did. And then she came back and I left it in there with her. So she's got her own beanbag chair. And she seems like she really likes it. My guess is when we go in to see her in just a minute, she will be in the beanbag chair. That's where she's been every time I go in. Also, she's been letting me go in there and snuggle her on the beanbag chair, which is a real treat. Because she's not the biggest snuggler. As you know, she would, I guess I've washed the food off my fingers, so give me 1 second here. As you know, it took a long time, and then she finally decided that she would come and visit me when I was, yeah, she is in the beanbag. She would come and visit me when I was in my office, and in my office chair. She would come up and be a lap cat in my office chair. But other than that, she hasn't been a lap cat except in the office chair and here in the beanbag chair. She'll let me sit down and put her in my lap, and she'll just sit here and snuggle, and I'll get to pet her, and it's the sweetest, most wonderful thing. There's something about a cat that only wants to snuggle on their own terms that just sort of makes it a little more special. You got to work on it a little, and somehow that seems like it makes it a little more special. Anyway, she is a sweetheart, and So normally when I come in here, what I'll do is she's very funny about it. I'll pick her up and I'll sit down, and then I'll put her right back on my lap, and she hangs out and she lets me pet her, and it's very sweet. And then I reach over right here in this top drawer are her treats. And as soon as she sees me reaching that way, she gets too excited. She has to jump off the beanbag chair and start begging at the treat drawer. And then I'll give her a couple treats and she'll hang out on my lap a little bit more. But then after a minute, she'll be like, I would like more treats. So she gets up off my lap and she goes and just stands over here in this little space and stares at the drawer. She just stands there and stares at it. And she's like, I know that's where the treats are, and I'm asking you to get one out. This is how I ask by standing here and just staring at the drawer. It's pretty cute, but she'll do it like forever if you let her. If you keep giving her treats, she'll just do it forever. Like that's whatever she can do to keep getting the treats. That's her number one goal in life, I guess. So yeah, for some of the folks that are coming in late, she did get adopted, and then her adopter said that it just didn't seem like the best fit. Not, she didn't do anything wrong, but you know, having a kitten or a cat is a big, long time commitment, and you want to be sure that it is a good fit. So that was okay, and we're working on that. You know, finding her the right fit. We're working on it, and I will be glad to give you guys news on that as soon as we have some. So. Okay, I know. You think now that you get to come out. She was out earlier today. You don't get to come out right now because I'm just about to let the kittens out. That's what we're doing next. So we'll let you out in a little bit though. Don't worry. She has plenty of time out every day, but she can't be out at the same time as these kittens because she just doesn't like it. Like as soon as I open the door, all three of them, we're out. Just waiting for that door to open. Oh, there's a mess over there. Sorry. Oh man, that's the thing I was supposed to talk about today. I was supposed to talk to you all about how I clean up cat messes. Somebody asked yesterday to ask about what we do to disinfect the rooms in between classes, and I had planned to talk to you all about how we do the disinfection and what we do to clean up messes. And I completely forgot, just like I thought I would. I was going to talk about that today. So I'll owe it to you for tomorrow because there's not enough time. I will try to remember tomorrow to talk to you about what we do to clean up after the little kitties. It's an important thing to know how to do. And we've tried a lot of different products and settled on a few ways that we think are the best ways to do it. So, or at least the best ways that we've found so far. Anyway, sorry about that little mess there, but that does happen all the time. We're always cleaning up. That's one of the things about having a cat. Well, I shouldn't say that because if you have one cat, then you only have messes to clean up once in a while. You definitely have to plan on it. But when you have 7 cats of your own like we do, plus all these visiting cats constantly, that's a different story. There's pretty much something or other to clean up every day, if only shedded cat hair. Anyway, this is Beep, you know Beep, and this is Klaxon, you know Klaxon, and this is Foggy, you guys know Foggy. They are all being really cute and sweethearts. And Clax has started something that is new. I probably won't get her to do it right now. Let's try though. She's found her purr. This class doesn't have really big purrs. They're very affectionate, but they don't have big purrs. And I think because their mom Belle had a really quiet purr, maybe they just didn't pick it up. But Clax, lately, if Klaxon settles down and you pet her, she gets a really big purr going. I don't think she's going to do it right now, though, because that would just be too much to ask. Yeah. Anyway, but it's sweet. It's very sweet. Hi, little Klaxy girl. Anyway, it's definitely time for us to wrap it up. I will try to talk to you tomorrow about some of the things that I forgot and some of the questions that were asked today that I didn't get a chance to respond to. But I really appreciate all of you joining me and the kittens this morning. I know you're mostly here for the kittens, not for me, but we're a group deal, so you get both of us. That's the same thing I had to tell DJ when we got married, so it still applies. And if you want to keep watching the kittens in the main room, or I guess it's the annex, that's what I meant. If you want to keep watching the kittens in the annex there, you can tune into the Kitten Academy live stream right here on YouTube. It's 24 hours a day. It shows those kittens as much as we can keep them on the camera. And we will do another close-up tomorrow. So thank you so much. And we will see you then.